The reality is, over 10 games now, we've drawn 5 times, we've won 3 times, and we've lost twice. We have not won a game in our past 4 games, drawing 3 times and losing once, and you're just hoping and praying that on Sunday, if there was ever a time to turn your fortunes and favours around, it would have to be against Spurs, no? We have been that bogey team for Tottenham this season, beating them 3 times. First game of the season 3-0, first leg of the Carabao Cup, a comprehensive 2-0 win, and of course beating them in the second leg 1-0 in their stadium too. I mean, we got this against Spurs, no? I guess you guys, Spurs may hope to not make that 4 times lucky in our favour, and after their pretty incredible comeback, very late comeback against Leicester City a few days back, scoring 2 goals in extra time to win 3-2 in the end against Leicester, as well as Harry Kane making that 250 career goals, Spurs may feel like they must avenge their cup defeat against us on Sunday. With us currently in indifferent form, struggling against Man City as well as Brighton as well too, I guess this game may be harder than it originally looks. In today's preview guys, I'm going to break down Tuchel's press conference, I'm going to go through the predicted lineup, saying the formation I have to see and explaining why I must see this lineup on Sunday if we have any hopes of just breaking this terrible form. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, but before we get into things, I need to get one big plug out of the way first. Today's video is brought to you by Profit Accumulator, a match betting website. Now hold on a second, I can imagine that some of you guys are just rolling your eyes after hearing the words betting, but let me explain to you why this is completely different. Match betting isn't gambling. Why? It already covers all outcomes, and this means you know the profit you're gonna get before placing a bet. Essentially with match betting, it allows you to give your money to a bookie without gambling, as they use 2 bookmaker offers against each other, and I'd imagine that you guys know what I'm talking about here. You know the ones when you sign up you get like a £20 bonus here or even a £40 bonus there, but this is where Profit Accumulator helps you, because Profit Accumulator lets you find these offers in seconds and lets you use them against each other to produce a steady profit. Already there's over 150,000 members using Profit Accumulator right now, with many using this as a very steady side hustle alongside their main incomes. And if this is of interest to you and it sounds like something that you think is worth giving a look into and investigating for yourselves, right now there is a free trial offer on the website. In the description below and in the comment section too, you will find a link. Click on that link, sign up, and try the free trial for yourselves, you guys. I hope you enjoy. And getting back to the video, now let's start with the press conference, and we turn our attentions to chelse, who is now training again with the team. Great news, we need him back. However, he isn't fit enough to take part in the game on Sunday, but Tuchel did say after Spurs, Trev should be back. We found out that Christensen won't be taking any part either in the game as well. And to move on, you guys, when asked about our current form against Spurs, you know, he did say that we are going to try to beat them again. We have to. Tuchel understands that, you know, to not win in 4 games, he hasn't suffered this record ever since his time back at Dortmund all those years back. So the whole team must be hungry and ready to take the game to Spurs on Sunday. Now, naturally, more LUKAKU questions turn up as they always do right now, and I'm getting a bit bored of it, if I'm being real with you guys. Of course, when asked about LUKAKU's issues, Tuchel did say that it never just falls down to one thing exclusively, which I definitely agree with. I don't understand why so many of us love like easy, lazy, quick answers when it comes to explaining any issues. When it comes to victories, we want all the details. With issues, we only want one reason. I'm not too sure, to be honest, but to continue on with LUKAKU, when asked about whether it's unfair that he's in the spotlight, Tuchel did say yes, and then he said afterwards, welcome to reality. I mean, he's keeping it real. This is what you kind of put on yourself, and as Tuchel rightfully said, when you are a decisive player, that means you're going to have even more attention on you. Talks and turn towards January transfer news, of course, you guys, with the latest reports surrounding Ousmane Dembele. It's only right that Tuchel had to give his thoughts and opinions on that and about our chances of signing him in January. As Tuchel said, he is a very good player. He was lucky enough to train him for 1 year at Dortmund. It should have been longer. However, his current situation at Barcelona is one that he doesn't quite understand, and he said that he would know how he would feel if that was happening to one of his players that he was training. So, you know, I didn't really give too much away. Can we really take much from the fact that Tuchel said that him and Dembele should have trained longer. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't want to gas any things up. We'd have to just see what happens with the story and see how it progresses. And to move on with the final question, of course, more talks turn towards Rudiger and his contract extension, with Tuchel just saying that talks are still ongoing, which is positive news. And let's hope the club give this guy the money he deserves. We can't afford to lose him. So right now, you guys, let's now tackle my predicted lineup for the game on Sunday. Only one lineup. I need to keep this very, very simple, you guys. There's only one formation I have to see on Sunday, and that is that asymmetrical 4-2-2-2. I'm sorry, like after that first leg of gaming against Spurs, in which we just like outplay these guys off the park, they could not cope. I definitely feel like with the wing backs being out the team and your Jameses and Chilwells, we're missing that dynamism down the flanks that you need to stretch teams. We play very horizontally, so we most definitely need that pace in behind from these guys, which we just can't get from Aspie or Marcos Alonso. So I think this formation allows us to take off the pressure away from our current wing-backs. I feel like it allows the attacking players to find better spaces to play in as well too. And I just feel like it puts more onus back on the attacking players to make the difference in the team as well. So you guys, as you can see, this is the lineup I'm picking. Up front, I've gone for Timo Werner and Kai Havertz. In the cam positions, I've gone for Mason Mount, Hakim Ziyech, midfields, Cover, Jorginho, and defense of Alonso, Rudiger, Silva, Azpilicueta, and Kepa in goal. Now, for me, the reason why I've taken Lukaku out this team, it comes down to one big tactical reason, and that's the fact that in that game versus Brighton, Lukaku's pressing just wasn't really on point like that. Now, I understand that his game's about making those runs in behind, but for me, when you have to adapt, I feel like pressing is one of the key foundations that you have to show, one of the bare minimums that you have to show. And I feel like it put too much pressure on Mason Mount to have to pick up that defensive work for him. And Brighton was just constantly finding many positions to just play through our first press and of course get the ball past the midfield, which just can't happen. I feel like with the pressure on him as well too, maybe coming off the bench could be better for him. And for tactical reasons, having Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, so you know, are going to do that bare minimum. They're going to put the work in, they're going to press, lead from the front as well too. And I think against a Spurs team in which they create a lot of their own issues in their own half, we can really force a lot of errors with our counter pressing in their half. Kai Havertz playing in a more false nine, actually not even false nine, like a more deep line forward role, having the ability to link up as well too, and hopefully just be that guy to link up the cams. I think that would be a big role for him. He's done that before, we have seen it, and it's a shame that he's never really been given like an extended amount of game time to really show how he can develop long term in that role. Of course, I've gone for Hakim Ziyech. I do think that irrespective of that really poor game versus Man City, he's still been very threatening. And I think the thing that really just makes the key for him is playing on that right hand side. You know, there against Spurs, he had lots of space on the ball. He was that free man which we found time and time again for switch balls and overloads, which is key. And with Ziyech, we know he can shoot. We know he can play those passes in behinds. He's shown for me that he's the only one that could really find Timo Werner like that. And it's a shame that these guys haven't really played those many games together. But when they have, you guys, we see what these guys do in the team. Ziyech, for me, very underrated, and I hope that he gets just like an extended amount of game time now to be able to, you know, show some form more consistently. I like Mason Mount down the left hand side. I like when he's able to like drop deeper and receive from the centre backs and receive from the wing backs. I think that's key. Against Spurs in the first leg, him dropping deeper was constantly allowing Alonso to make those runs in behind, and Alonso had more willingness to do that, knowing that there was proper protection behind him. And for me in midfield, after seeing Kante picking up like a bit of a small knock against Brighton, I think that really explained his pretty indifferent performance against them. And the thing is with Kante, yeah, is that he is so good that most times when he plays bad, it's always down to fitness issues or injuries. That is the only thing, because the guy is too good and I refuse to see it any other way. Please give him the time to rest. I think that's best for him. I think we just constantly overuse him at times, and I think in a game like this against Spurs, the ball progression abilities of both Cover, who's been a big standout in midfield this season, and Jorginho as well too, who has shown that, you know, it's very hard to pick up and press out the game. You know, Spurs aren't really looking to press us and stop our centre backs playing out from the back. Of course not. They look to try and just, you know, stop the midfield getting on the ball, which we are able to constantly bypass with Mount dropping deeper, and of course Aspie moving wide as well too. These two will be very crucial for us to be able to beat that press and, you know, hopefully start playing more vertically to find the attack. I think with Werner's runs in behind stretching Spurs too, I definitely think that this is a team that should beat Spurs and hopefully start to show some form as well too. And listen, you guys know my thoughts and opinions of Lukaku, but the reality is that the team will always come first. We have to win, and listen, the guy can come off the bench in my opinion. So that's my lineup, you guys. In the comment section, see your lineup below. And to end with things for my match prediction, I'm keeping it short and simple. I'm going for another 2-1 win, and that's basically it. We have to win on Sunday, that is it. Otherwise, if we don't, this will be another season in which we are fighting and battling to maintain a top 4 finish. And I just think that it has to be better than that. So you guys, on that note, I hope you guys enjoy it. Of course, check out all the content I've been banging out recently. I feel very proud of this work. I hope you guys enjoy it as well too. And on that note, I'm the EFC, this is Blue Line CV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.